Since its debut in 1994, the King of Fighters was always about bringing the SNK franchises together and pulling awesome characters from SNK's large games library. With the King of Fighters 15 releasing later this year, we can't stop thinking about which characters are to be included from the game's previous rosters, but also wonder about which SNK characters that have never been in the King of Fighters before will have the potential of making the cut. My name is Nabil and these are 15 SNK characters we want to make their debut with the King of Fighters 15. Hanzo Hattori, the protagonist of the World Heroes series and the cunning and genius leader of the Iga Ninja clan, Hanzo found himself sucked into the future by the mad scientist Dr. Brown to participate in the World Heroes tournament. Hanzo is fast, strong, and unique in terms of both design and gameplay. Besides being playable in the World Heroes series, Hanzo was a selectable fighter in the underrated Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. Having the protagonist of the World Heroes series make his debut in the King of Fighters 15 will help cement the Forgotten series as an important title on the SNK library. Marco Rodriguez. And no, I am not calling him Kushnut Butt, but Marco made his debut in Garu Markov the Wolf, a Brazilian Kyokujin karate practitioner and student of Ryo Sakazaki. Marco is a fan favorite character that was requested by fans for ages. While he does make background cameos in many King of Fighters stages, I believe it is time to make the Kyokujin disciple an official roster member for the King of Fighters 15. Dragon. Kim Dragon, the famous martial artist and movie star in Hong Kong, Dragon is a kung fu master that wants to prove his strength to the world. For that reason, he entered the World Heroes tournament. Dragon made his debut in the first World Heroes from ADK and SNK, and he was the only character not from a time period within the cast of the game. His dragon kick and fast punching moves would definitely work in a King of Fighters game. The Red Dragon, a mysterious wrestler that was the face of the 3-count bout wrestling video game. The Red Dragon is a Japanese wrestler who trained all his life in the Chinese martial arts of Kung Fu. His story and background are a mystery, but his playstyle is a unique combination of grappling and Kung Fu fast attacks. With Terry Rogers and Master Barnes having cameos in the King of Fighters 15 stage, it would make sense to have this red masked fighter make his return as he debuts in the King of Fighters 15. Aoi Kusanagi, an obscure KOF character and one that many never heard of. Aoi Kusanagi is Kyo's cousin, and one that made her debut in the King of Fighters Kyo RPG. She is a rebel girl, a biker, and a strong practitioner of the Kusanagi style. During the events of the King of Fighters Kyo, Aoi made a pact with Shermie to induce her with some Orochi power. The result made her stronger but also susceptible to the riot of the blood similar to Iori and Leona. She has a brother, Soji, who also made his debut in King of Fighters Kyo. A strong, rebellious, and biker female fighter would be a great addition to the King of Fighters fighting game series. Kisara Westfield, the only female character from the Forgotten Aggressors of Dark Combat game. Kisara is a very popular high school idol who is half Japanese and half British. Her story revolved around her following Joe Kusanagi, the protagonist of the Aggressors of Dark Combat game, to date him. While her backstory might need some fleshing out or even a proper rewrite, her playstyle is very unique. She is both a grappler and a fast-kicking character. Think of Clark meeting Chun-Li from Street Fighter. She made another playable appearance in the Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, where she would also use her school bag to hit her opponents. I do prefer, however, her look and style in the Aggressors of Dark Combat game, where she looked stronger and fiercer. Having a new strong female character from the SNK lore would be a great addition to KOF 15. Genniko, a character that started as a fan-made Genets mode for the open-source Mugen fighting game engine, Genniko would transcend fan-making to become an official character thanks to the King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online mobile game, released in China in 2014 before making it worldwide in 2017. Genniko's official story is that she is a clone of Genets, created by Rugal, in order to obtain more Orochi power through her. However, Genniko rebelled against Rugal and stayed true to her roots. While Genniko is Genet's clone, her personality is a bit different, as she does not like to fight as much. Having a canon female Genets character would work great for the King of Fighters 15. Freeman. Freeman is a British serial killer who kills for pleasure. He made his debut in the excellent Garou Mark of the Wolves game. He's a madman who uses his claws to cut people open. His playstyle can be seen as the predecessor to Claw Iori from the King of Fighters 12 and 13. Now that Iori regained his purple flames, having Freeman take on the claw fighting role Yagami had would be a great way to please the flameless Iori fans, while also introducing one of the best characters of Garou Mark of the Wolves. Honfu. While many Kung Fu style characters in video games were inspired by Bruce Lee, Honfu is the only exception where he's clearly an homage to Jackie Chan. Honfu is a detective and Kung Fu master. He's goofy, funny, but can be very serious when needed. He made his debut in Fatal Fury 3 and was an instant fan favorite due to his style and nunchucks use. His story usually revolves around him trying to catch Yamazaki. Having a nunchuck using fighter in a King of Fighters game would sure be interesting to see. Kim Soo-il, one of the new protagonists of the Kizuna Encounter Tag Team Battle, which served as a sequel to Savage Reign. Kim Soo-il is a Korean detective with a very strong sense of justice. He learns of a criminal named Joker and travels to Jipang City to arrest him. While Kim Soo-il attacks have similarities to Fatal Fury's Kim, he definitely is a unique character that uses his bow staff as well as energy-based attacks. He made an appearance as a striker for Kim in the King of Fighters 2000, and I have always hoped to see him added to KOF in an official manner. Jack Turner. Jack is the leader of the Southtown gang known as the Neo Black Cats, a member of Mr. Big's syndicate and a developer of his own fighting style. He devastates anyone who crosses his path. He was playable in both the first and second auto fighting games and has since only made cameo appearances. He's a strong and fast grappler that would definitely challenge Raiden for his money. Having Jack make a playable return in the King of Fighters 15 will be a great nod to Art of Fighting fans. Jin Fuha. Another Art of Fighting character, Jin Fuha made his debut and only playable appearance in Art of Fighting 3 Path of the Warrior. While the game was panned by critics for its less than memorable roster of new characters, Jin was the only exception to that judgment. He is a ninja and a former student of Eiji Kisaragi. His master betrayed him and left a scar in his chest. It is time for SNK to show us the potential of Jin in an upcoming King of Fighters game. Lawrence Blood. Lawrence Blood was a matador fighter, a bodyguard to the fierce Wolfgang Krauser. He made his debut in Fatal Fury 2 and made a comeback for Real Bout Special and Real Bout 2. He's one of the most unique Fatal Fury characters and he has yet to make a comeback in all these years. With me hoping that Wolfgang Krauser will make a comeback for the King of Fighters 15, it would be fitting to have him join Krauser in his team. His theme is one of the most memorable for me from Fatal Fury 2. Rick Stoud, one of the two newly introduced characters in Real Bout Fatal Fury 2. Rick is a Native American who works as a casino show boxer. Known in the business as the White Wolf of the Ring, Rick decided to listen to nature's voice and left the casino to find his purpose. His fighting style revolves around fast punching and devastating quick combos. His moves resembles Heavy D's as well as Vanessa's, but his design is so unique that it is a shame this great looking character only made one playable appearance in his debut game. With SNK's Nobuyuki Koroki showing his love for the character, it would be great if Rick Stoud made his return in the King of Fighters 15. Metal Slug character or team. If the King of Fighters is the flagship fighting game for SNK, then Metal Slug is definitely the one for adventure run and gun games. Metal Slug has been a staple franchise since the release of its first game, and its story was shown to be part of the King of Fighters world, as in many instances the Metal Slug team consisting of the likes of Marco, Tarma and Fio shown to work under Hyden's command. Even the Ikari warriors Rolf, Clark and Leona were playable in couple Metal Slug games, which is why it is time to have some of the Metal Slug characters as playable in the King of Fighters 15. Now I'm having a hard time choosing which character. It could be Marco, Tarma or Fio, or all three of them making a Metal Slug team. Wouldn't that be awesome? So So what do you guys think about this list of 15 SNK characters that I would want to see in the King of Fighters 15? Let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know which character I missed and which character you want to see make his or her debut in KOF 15. Until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Neo Geo Now. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos and especially the documentaries and lore episodes takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Brian Yard, Fahad As-Suwaidi, Heinz Green 3, SSBM Slicktrix, and Jacques Paul. As well as special thanks to Shaka Asamiya, Refugio Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jihao Ju, Gail Sal, and Mohammed Al-Blushi. Those of you who are not yet Neo Geo Now patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the Neo Geo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.